What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I thought that I would make this video because I wanted to talk about CroNodes, CRN, and exactly what's going on with that. Because we did have a change that I wanted to talk about yesterday, but didn't have the time to make any type of video. So hopefully you enjoy this. We're going to be talking about the reward structure. We're going to be talking about changes that they have made and also about the price movement. So before we get started in this, make sure you guys hit that like button. Also hit the subscribe button for more videos like this one, and make sure that you check out some of the links down below. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter at Perry8K, you can follow me there, ask me questions, at me with a few things, and hopefully, maybe we can talk in the private messages if you want to talk about your situation as well. So let me know. But we need to talk about CroNodes. Currently, the price of CRN is at $9.39, which is actually up 25%. And it's not necessarily because of this news, but there's also a form of the news that's making it increase in price this much, and it's not because people are just deciding to buy into it heavy. But currently it's up it's up to $9.39, up 25% over the last 24 hours. Over the last 7 days, though, this is down quite a bit, from $24 all the way down to $9 where it is. After they made that first announcement talking about pulling the rewards down and how they were going to pull the rewards down and all that stuff, the past month it's down from $50 all the way down to where it is now at $9. So again, we've seen quite a bit of a dip. Understand that the circulating supply that's out there, there's 1 million coins of circulating supply that's out there. It's not the 20 million that we see here, or looking at the fully diluted market cap at $194 million, right? That's not the case. We're looking at a very low market cap compared to that. We're basically looking at about a $9 million market cap instead of a $194 million market cap. The news that I wanted to talk about was basically pulling reward. So now what we're really here for is to talk about the reward structure. So when we go back in history, let's look at some recent history of what they were going to change with the rewards. I was trying to figure that out exactly where it is, because they do send out a lot of announcements. This is within the Discord that you do see that's on screen. I don't know where it is, but basically they were going to change the reward structure from where it is at one, let's see, is this it? At 1 CRN down to a level of 0.5 CRN. So they were going to change it from basically 1 to 0.8, and they were going to gradually decrease by 1 after that every single week until they got to 0.5. So we came across another announcement. I couldn't find the other one, but we came across another announcement here to where they're actually making this change a lot more drastic. Instead of just gradually moving there, they are directly going there. So from 0.1 I keep saying that, from 1 to 0.5, right? They're moving from 1 CRN to 0.5 in one day. Now, I know they were supposed to do a whole change on the 11th. They didn't end up doing that change. Throughout the weekend, people still gained 1 CRN. But then they just made that change today. So the rewards that you should see is 0.5. So here you go. Most people have seen that the reward section is updated on the UI. We also set the reward per node amount. We cut straight to 0.5 CRN per node per day. This is absolutely necessary for sustainability. This is basically 2.5%. It's not a crazy cut. Yes, you do see it go from 5% to 2.5%, but 5% is not sustainable, and it draws the eyes in, draws the attention. But what you need is sustainability, something that will last longer, and that's what it seems like this is happening here. Now, if there is a massive sell-off, then it's not going to be something where it can be sustainable even at 2.5%. It would have to go down to 1%. So I would think right now they have at least some sort of sustainability behind it, until you may see a little bit of a pullback or a little bit of a jump out of the position. But they ended up doing something smart, and why we are seeing this little jump that we do see. And the reason is because they purchased a buyback of shares totaling $12,815, basically get it going in the right direction, right? And that's good. And that's why you do see that larger increase there, because you have that buyback of a large portion and you're up 25%. Now, yesterday it was at $8. Today, after the announcement, after the buyback, we're seeing it at a level of up 25%, up to $9.33. There's a lot of numbers, and I feel like I'm dyslexic, so I may miss a lot of things up, but just understand what I'm saying here and match the screen up with what I'm saying. So hopefully everything is going in the right direction. But yeah, I mean, doing this announcement, you would think it would have a massive negative impact to it, but getting it started off on the right direction by, having that buyback is definitely huge, definitely a huge mark. And they even talk about just break it out into an example. Would you rather gain $100 a day for 3 months or gain $50 a day for years? There's a possible chance that that could be the case, gaining $50 per day for years. But there's some people that still, may not understand where this is going. Understand that I invested $2,100. Yes, I'm okay with losing $2,100. I was okay with losing $1,400, but I wanted to buy into another node, and now I'm collecting all of my rewards back. And understand that some can be compounded if I wanted to. If I see a very low price, yeah, I'll compound it and put it in lower so that I can gain 10 nodes. But I'm not going to compound it at the current price. I'll just hold it in CRO, keep the CRO at the value that it's at, and then what I will do is compound it at a lower point if that ends up being getting to that point. So right now I'm just collecting the CRO and seeing where that goes from here, because I'm getting basically $30 a day. If we look at the price right now, and I have 3, right? It's at $10, and I had 1 CRN per reward. That's $30 that I would gain, but now it's going down to 0.5, so I'm going to gain $15 per day, and I'm comfortable with that. That's $15 extra passive income that I don't have to do anything for. All I have to do is go on there, click I want to receive the reward, and turn it into CRO if I wanted to, or compound it if I wanted to. So I'm gaining quite a bit from it, and there are some people that are gaining a little bit more, some people that risked a lot of money, a lot of money to buy into this position. I'm keeping all this in here, by the way. A lot of money risked into the position. I totally understand. And yeah, I think we're good. I think we are really good. So in my opinion, let's look at my positions that I do hold in this here. That is it. There we go. The last one that I took was at $8.70 before it increased, and I actually took 9 of them because I had a lot of them that I was holding in there. I didn't go the one day and buy any. I didn't do anything on my computer this weekend, basically. But you can see here that I took that 10% tax, and I gained about $70 over those last 3 days. And I'm happy with that. I'm okay with gaining $70. You see here that I invested $2,100, and I currently am at a loss of $1,640 and holding the rest in CRO. So it definitely gives me a big chance in gaining a lot of passive income. You never know where this can go, if it's going to go to something bigger, if it's going to go back to $50 or $100 or whatever, as people start to get onto this late and understand that you can gain quite a bit. We were already in it, and it may be up to $1,000 per node. I don't know. I would say that would be a little far-fetched, would be a little difficult for people to have that happen. But you're gaining quite a bit out of potential passive income. And if this all goes to shit, then it all goes to shit. I'm okay with losing 1,500 at this point. I'm okay with losing 2,100 at this point. I'm not investing any more money, and I can gain 2,100 somewhere else. So this is more of a risky play, and that's why I always tell people, hey, do your own research. And a lot of people say that, do your own research, but I really mean it. Like, do a lot of research behind what I'm saying, behind what I'm doing, and understand that the research that I've done, I still understand that there is a huge risk that we are playing here. But yeah, for basically saying that this could, completely collapse from underneath us. And I know it's there. I know the possibility is there. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. We are at a good spot. I'm still comfortable in where I am. I understand the price is down. I understand that the price may continue to go down with this reward cut, but people need to understand that 2% is still a really, really good reward, but it's all about how people react to it. You know, investments are about reactions. And if you get a massive reaction to the downside, it can completely collapse the growth potential of a position, because no matter what, for this type of position, you can't have anything that collapses like that, because if you do, there's no way of going back, right? You can't get back to where you were because you're always going to pay out these nodes. You're always going to pay out these nodes. So if people overreact and it goes to a level to where people are selling everything and get out of CRN and don't care about CRN, don't buy any more CRN, then it ends up being an issue, because you have to pay out these nodes. These nodes are locked in place, right? So you have to pay out this CRN, and the only way they can fight that is by lowering the rewards if people are not going to get into it and are scared of, you know, what's happening here. So it's definitely a tricky situation, because, you know, you can't go backwards and, you know, get back to a place to where you feel comfortable. Like with a regular investment, if things decrease in price, you can always recover from those because you're not paying out rewards consistently. But with something like this, it's very difficult to recover from something dropping so much because you have to pay out the rewards. Does that make sense? So anyways, guys, hit that like button. Let me know what you think about it. Hit that subscribe button. I understand that people are a little bit concerned about the rewards dropping. I'm not. I'm comfortable with it. And if everything goes, you know, falls out from underneath us, then you know, I'm okay with it too. You know, I've already collected, you know, $560 of that loss, and if everything keeps dropping and it looks like it's not recoverable, then it's understandable. I mean, it shows that the devs had their head in the right place, but the people did not support it. Right? If you guys support it and understand what this can be and how far this can go, it can go for years, right? You can get 1% or 2% for years if people are supporting it, right? You need people to continue to, you know, get into the position, to, you know, thrive in the position, compound if they wanted to, don't compound, whatever you wanted to do. Basically make these transactions, but without the buying of CRN, just like any other position, you're going to see things start to fall. And with this type of position, an overreaction can be very deadly, can be detrimental to a project like this. And that's why you can't have everybody give up on a position like that. And maybe they were too aggressive with the rate, because remember, when a node is created, that CRN is locked in there. There's no going back, and you always have to pay out your reward. Whatever the reward ends up being, you always have to pay out the reward. Even until it gets to a point to where you get a very, very minimal reward, very, very small reward, where it's like 1% per year instead of 1% per day or 2% per day, because that's the only way they can fight this. So no matter what, you're going to get something paid out to you, and it's never going to completely collapse. Well, I mean, it could completely collapse, but you're always going to get something paid out to you throughout this whole process, because the nodes are final. But anyways, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at Perry8K. But I will catch you guys in the next video.